You don't need to purchase expensive headphones if you want good quality audio. At least that's what this brand says, which is called Kiwi Ears. Yeah, name's horrible. Quality of the materials isn't that good, but the audio can be pretty interesting. So let's get started. And these are the Kiwi Ears division. They're a pair of earbuds which are sold by a brand called Linsoul Audio, and Linsoul Audio distributes quite a few brands, including Kiwi. And what these headphones are wired headphones without Bluetooth. So no, if you're looking for Bluetooth headphones, these are not the option. They have two cables inside the box. Both of them are 3.5 to 3.5. So you really don't need any type of adapters if you're going to connect them to a cell phone, to a wireless player, or whatever you're going to use them with. Unless you use a DAC, well, there you would need an adapter for the bigger entrance, which I think is 4.4 if I'm not mistaken. But if you want to connect them to anything else, straight out of the box, you can use them without any issues. One of the cables has a microphone integrated straight into it. And to be completely honest with you, I have no idea if it's good or not, because we connected it to a few devices we have here in the studio, including Android phones, Apple devices, and none of them detected it as a microphone. So we couldn't really test the audio quality. I wouldn't really buy these for the microphone though, but there is another reason you might be interested in these. So let's get to that. The other cable is one of my favorites. It's like a telephone curly cable. It's this one right here. I like it because this actually helps for it not to get tangled. It's a little bit easier to manage, and it does stretch quite a bit. So this is the one I prefer to use in most headphones when it's included. And that end actually has a twist in case you want to use an adapter for a DAC. So you can twist the adapter and it stays locked into place. That way, every time you connect it into the DAC, it doesn't come out just with the adapter and you have to be fidgeting with it. This is a lot easier and makes it last a lot more. It's a small detail, but trust me, not all headphones include this in 2025, so it's a nice touch. The other entrance, 3.5, thin, straight into the headphones, nothing special. As I mentioned in the beginning, the logo is actually horrible in my opinion, makes these look even cheaper than they actually are. I really don't like it. It's right in your face, but that's completely up to you in case you don't mind it. And the materials on these are pretty thin. They're also pretty cheap. I mean, they won't break. I did test them. I always do this with all headphones I bring here, no matter whether they're made out of plastic, metal. I always test the headband to see how durable they can be, and these seem quite okay. So in case you have a big, small, or medium head, I don't think you will have any type of issues. What I did have an issue was locating where the left and right is. You can't really tell that much, but again, it's a small caveat. I don't think it's that important. Comfort-wise, they're okay. I think they don't pressure that much over my skull. As you can see, I have no hair, but if you have hair, they might make a little bit more pressure because of the fluff you have over here. Although I wouldn't use glasses with them. That's where I think these might be a little bit too much. Because glasses, as you can see, are a little bit snug. I mean, they're not unusable, but I definitely wouldn't rock these as my most comfortable pair in case you're somebody that uses glasses. So just comfort-wise, I'd say they're okay. The pants are memory foam, a very thin memory foam. It's not the biggest quality, but again, I think what they're going for is saving expenses on all materials except the drivers. The drivers inside are 40 millimeters and they're dynamic. And what do they actually sound like? Well, let me tell you. I tried these out with different genres, including rock, hip hop, pop, and something you might call like Latin rhythms. And the best performance is actually anything that has bass. It's very, very nice to listen to hip hop with these. Reggaeton, if you know what that is. Rock is also not bad. You have very clean vocals, although in some occasions they can be a little bit high, especially if you have feminine voices. Male voices don't sound that sibilant, but when you hear a woman singing, that's when you can tell whether the highs are a little bit too much or a little bit too low. And the highs on these are okay. As long as you don't go above like maybe 70-80% volume, obviously depending on the device, they sound pretty good. The mids on these are extremely clean, which I didn't expect for the price point. The bass is also pretty punchy, but not wide. It's not muddy. It's pretty clean. They're not the most explosive bassy ones, but they do a very good job in case you're a bass head. I do recommend these for bass heads, and they're actually focused towards a more audiophile crowd because they have very good audio, but very clean, detailed, and at the same time, pretty bassy, if that makes sense. They actually have a dynamic type of audio, and it makes sense. It's a dynamic driver, but the experience is 10 out of 10 especially for the price point. I really didn't expect to like these. As soon as I got them out of the box, they feel flimsy. The logo on them looked like something very cheap, but no, very, very good. Now, do you need a DAC to use these? No, they have 32 ohms. You can actually drive these with your phone, any type of player. You don't need to amplify them. But if you use a DAC, the experience is better. So in case you want to use it, you can, but it's not necessary. Although I do recommend using lossless audio or any type of high quality music. That's where these shine. They're very, very good at getting good details. Now, can you play with these any type of games? Yes, you can, but they do have a little bit of an echo or reverberance. So in case you want to play something competitive, like maybe Black Ops, Call of Duty, Warzone, all the type of things, same game, right? It's the same game, but you know what I mean. If you want to play competitive with these, they can be distracting because the bass is pretty much present all the time. So in case you receive maybe a grenade, it might distract you. You can hear the bass very clearly. The mids also help a lot with all the ambient and everything you want to hear, but the bass is what actually distracts you when you're playing competitive. Now, if you want something casual, no issues whatsoever. The audio is pretty clean, and I think they will give you an immersive experience without being anything crazy like 7.1 or any type of surround headphones. These are only plain bare bone headphones with a very good quality audio. Now, what will these set you back for? These will cost about $60 to $65, depending where you live, obviously. So I think they're a very good deal. These sound very similar to other headphones that sometimes are in the 100 to 150 range. I even compared these to my Audio-Technica's M50X, and I love those headphones. They're already legacy headphones, which means they've been around for a long time. They're a legend. A lot of people love them, including me, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I think these might actually be even a better pair than those. It makes sense. I mean, technology has evolved and they're probably using the same exact driver in those Audio-Technica. So unless you disagree with me, maybe you would like to try these. I don't know. Depends on who you are and what you want to do. Obviously, inconvenience, they're not Bluetooth. They don't isolate that much. They don't have noise cancellation or anything like that. The microphone, I couldn't make it work with any of the devices we have. So if you want a microphone integrated, this pair might not actually be for you. But if you want good quality audio, spend less than $100, definitely I would try and go for these, especially if you're a bass head. So if you're interested in purchasing them, check the links below. Also, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It always helps us out quite a bit. And maybe check out this video over here, which I think you might like.